Welcome to the Natural Way of Being video blog. This video is titled, Stop Editing Yourself. So have you ever had something real and true to say to someone, but then you withheld it to yourself, or you kept it to yourself, or you kind of edited it so they'd be comfortable with it? I've been seeing a lot of this happening these days, and it seems like it's negatively affecting people. And I think it's largely because our culture has gotten to the point where everyone just wants to be comfortable all the time. Someone may want our advice. They say, "Oh, what do you think about this?" But they only really want to know the answer that they're going to feel comfortable with. And we sense this because we're intuitive, and so it may come. It's like, I love you, but you really need to get a life, or you need to get out more, or it's something that's probably going to rock their world a little bit. And so then we don't say that. We say some gentle adaptation of that. And by the time we get done editing it, there's not a lot of truth left. So they're comfortable because we were careful about what we said to them and politically correct and all of this. We said it just right so it didn't make them feel anything or feel uncomfortable or hurt their feelings, and they get to feel, okay, I'm comfortable. And we get to feel comfortable because we know we didn't hurt their feelings, and we don't have to worry that we threatened the relationship or whatever else. So everybody stays safe. But, in another sense, everyone loses because some real interaction never happened. It got so edited that it's not even real anymore. What we end up saying to them isn't what came to us. It's not what we really wanted to say to them, and so, kind of nobody wins. They don't get to hear the truth. We don't get to speak our truth. We don't get to feel like we're, offering our gift to them, or we don't get to feel like we're true to our purpose. What happens is, and I have clients like this, I've been like this, it's like we end up feeling kind of bottled up, because, what we're feeling both emotionally and what we're feeling spiritually, we're not expressing it. At least we're not expressing it purely. So we end up feeling all bottled up and oppressed and frustrated. It's just and it was and then, then usually it builds up, and then we go on a rant, right? And then that's usually not productive, or, and so the pressure cooker builds up, and we're just why can't I just be real with someone? It's well, we can be real, but we're choosing not to because we don't want to rock the boat. So what we end up doing is we end up using our intuition and our spiritual gifts to kind of discern what we can say and have them still be comfortable, and what we can say and have us still feel comfortable. So everybody gets to feel safe. And we don't use our gifts what they're intended for, which I would argue is to speak our truth, say and do things that are real, that can touch people, and then they can say something real back, and we can have a true interaction. So for an alternative, how about if we just took a risk and speak our truth? It's we obviously we want to make sure that we're clear on it, but if something's coming to us really strongly, what if we just speak our truth and let the chips fall where they may? So what that means is it's our responsibility to speak our truth and to say what our heart guides us to say. So certainly we want to be, appropriate to the situation. We don't want to be harsh about it. We don't want to try to blow them out of the water. That's not being true to ourselves either. But often, when something comes to us, the way that we can say it often comes to us as well. So you get a sense of how to say it, and you can say it gently, but you're allowing the truth and what your heart wants to tell them, you're allowing that to come through. You're not editing it. You're letting it flow. I know we've all done this. It's just, do we do it consistently? Myself included, So what that means is your responsibility to speak your truth, you know, and then allow them to take it as they need to. So, so this is where it can get a little stressful, especially until we get used to it. We can speak our truth, and then they freak out, or we don't hear from them for a while, or they do get their feelings hurt, or they feel betrayed by us, you know, or they just say, I'm going to think about that, and they say, I got to go, or whatever, you know. And so then we're left kind of holding the bag. It's like, oh my God, I wonder, I shouldn't have said that. Oh my gosh, you know. So it does feel uncomfortable. Other times it feels great, but it can be that way for a while. And we're getting out of our comfort zone. And for the people we relate to, in a way, we're getting them out of their comfort zone as well. But, you know, pretty soon, people that don't want to be, you know, people that want to be in their comfort zone, they probably won't hang out with us as much anymore, which might be a little sad. And the people that are willing to get out of their comfort zone, then they will have an interaction, because they get to know after a while that if they're hanging out with us, we're going to be real with them. We're going to speak our truth. We're going to say to them and do with them what our heart guides us to do. So over time, the people in our lives, our friends, our family, the people we work with, the people we interact with, they get to know that, like, you hang out with this guy, this is what it's like. Sometimes he's going to say this and say, hey, but what do you really think? You know, he's going to challenge us a little bit. And that may not be for everybody. But when we're able to do that, you know, then we feel true to ourselves, and we feel like we're living our purpose, and we're offering our gift to people. You know, they may or may not always appreciate it, but we feel complete. And then, you know, and they may be mad at us for 2 weeks and then come back and think, and someone's like, oh my gosh, I was so mad at you, but I really am grateful that you said it, because now I realize that blah, 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 blah. So anyway, you know, that's my video for today. I hope it serves you as it has served me. It continues to be a practice for me. And I hope thanks for listening. I hope you really enjoy your week.